Hey guys, and I'm back with another video. So I'm just so saddened to hear about this Astro World Festival with Travis Scott and Drake and all of, Master P and all the guys or however. It's just terrible that like so many people has lost their life. 8 people should not be deceased right now. Just because they wanted to go out and have fun at a concert. Like, I blame Travis Scott. I blame, you know, the concert promoters, the police officers, the security detail, everyone involved. And I'm just so saddened to hear what's going on right now. They said that Travis was inciting riots. This is not the first concert that he incited rage and stuff like that. Just like with his music and getting the crowd all hyped up. They said like earlier during that day, you know, Travis Scott crazy fans had already broke through the gates and was jumping over the gates and shit like that. So they were supposed to already shut it down anyway. It shouldn't even have been a concert because they didn't have the crowd, under control then earlier during that day. I seen a video, all them crazy ass fans jumping over the gates, not listening to the security guard, pushing past the security and the police and shit like that. So they supposed to already shut it down anyway. Then they said back in 2017, a young man was crushed, like his arms, his legs, you know, was broken. Like he's suing Travis Scott now, still to this day, is an ongoing case going on now where he's suing Travis Scott or however because he was inciting rage and riots and stuff like that at the concert, and I guess the man got stepped on. There was a stampede then, and his legs and arms and shit was broken in 2017. And once again, years later, he incited a riot again. He's just so demonized. He's so demonic like. Why are you inciting rage and riots at your concerts? And then his music is just so satanized. Like, just like it just seemed like he's just like a devil or something. Like, why are you inciting riots? And then why, if you see, that people is passing out in the crowds, you still going on with your show? Like, ain't, you know what I'm saying? I done seen a video where so many people was trying to stop him, like telling him like, stop, it's dead bodies in the crowd, people was falling out, people is fainting, like, stop, stop. He was telling them get off the stage and who is this guy and get down, and wasn't listening. They even tried to like tell the camera people, and the camera people just kept on like recording, wasn't listening, because all they weren't about doing is getting paid money. You feel what I'm saying? And Travis, he knew what the fuck was going to happen. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? I believe that he believe in that witchcraft shit. He practiced that witchcraft shit. That's what he does. He's a demon, you know what I'm saying, from hell. That's why, he called these pits, he call them mosh pits, and I wouldn't even have went in no shit like this, to tell you the truth. Let me, let me stop this. I wouldn't even, it's just so sad. I wouldn't even have went into no skeleton head, no Travis Scott skeleton head, and call it a mosh pit. I wouldn't dare even went in no shit like that. When I would have seen that, I would have been like, oh, hell no, this not for me. So many security guards is like speaking out. One security, she has said that she wasn't even trained for that. They just heard that they was paying $17 an hour, and they just gave them like a vest, and just put them to work. And she said the head of the security or whatever was in the crowd, like looking at the performances and shit. He wasn't even stopping anything. He was just, and he supposed to be the head of the security. And she said she thought that they was going, because she was kind of like tiny. She was so small. She thought when they called her and her family members or whatever over there, like they was about to tell them no, they can't work because they so small and they ain't gonna be able to secure the crowd. But she was like, no, he put them to work, and she was like, she didn't really have no security experience or anything. And another man said the same thing. He said like he felt like he was not equipped for this type of crowd. Like he felt like he had the experience, but he basically just applied for the job and because he heard they was paying $17 an hour, and he said they didn't ask for ID, they didn't ask for his security license, they just hired him on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Hired him and his uncle. His uncle got crushed at the concert as well, and I think his arm is like in a cask or something like that. So, his uncle even got hurt and he supposed to been a security. So it was just like they wasn't equipped to even, that work that type of crowd. And I just feel like Travis knew what the fuck was gonna go down and he let it go down. He sacrificed his fans to get more famous or to get more money, and that's sad. That's sad that he would do such a thing. He seen dead bodies in the crowd. He seen motherfuckers fainting. He heard that the little kids the kids was telling them, the people was telling them like, stop the crowd, stop the show. He kept telling them get off the stage and shit. So he knew exactly what the fuck was gonna happen. So I feel like everything should be stripped from him, not just Coachella, because they saying they're gonna take Coachella away. They trying to petition that he don't perform at Coachella. I don't think he should perform for a long time or ever again. You feel what I'm saying? 8 people lost their life. A little boy is in a hospital now, 8 years old, fighting for his life. They say he was 8 or 9 years old, fighting for his life. I'm just so saddened to hear that they said he's comatose. He's in a coma. Basically brain dead, no brain malfunction, no brain activity, nothing. Like they said, his ribs, everything got crushed, because they said he went to the concert with his dad. His dad, I guess, fell out. He fainted in a crowd. And then that's when the little boy got stepped on, got pushed and stepped on. And it's just sad to hear that. I hope that little boy wake up. I just hope, it's just a miracle. And, he just wake up from this. Oh, I'm so saddened to hear about this. I'm so saddened to hear about all the 8 people that lost their life. And it's just sad to hear that all these people was under 30 years old. I think it ranged from the little boy. I think the people that actually is deceased so far is from 14 to 27. And I'm just saddened to hear. And then the little boy, he's only like 8 or 9 years old. He shouldn't even never been there. But this shouldn't, even if he's there, this shit should have never happened. And that's why I really don't go to concerts like that no more. And now I'm not going to go anymore now that I done heard of this shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when I went to like concerts before, like I've never witnessed no shit like this. I've been to like Lil Durk concert, Beyonce concert, but Beyonce concerts is really good. Like it's like theater seats, like we're sitting down, so it's no pushing, standing up. It's just so much better. And like I had an experience like that at Lil Durk concert, when people were all pushing and shoving and things like that, but it didn't get out of hand to the point where people said they felt like they couldn't even move. Like it was so many, when I looked at like the videos as well, it's just like people pushing people. It's like they so smushed in, you know what I'm saying? And then it's already like, it's like a pit. Like it's like, it just looked like you're in hell on earth. You feel what I'm saying? Like they was smothered in, and they said it was so hot they couldn't even breathe. They felt like they was in hell. You know what I'm saying? I seen that video where people just, on top of one another. It's like no room. They don't even have no room to even turn their head, move their arms or anything. And I was looking at a video on YouTube, and it was a nurse, and she said that she was with her boyfriend at the festival, and she said she couldn't even move. She couldn't even turn her head. She couldn't move her arms. She couldn't even really see her boyfriend, but she like tried to turn her head, and she told her boyfriend, please tell my son I love him. She said she felt like she was going to die. And then she said right after that, she said she fainted. And she said her boyfriend and like a good Samaritan in a crowd, he crowd surfed her. He like pushed her up in the air, and then I guess the security got to her and took her to like one of the VIP sections, and she said she woke up with like a water bottle in her hand, and she told them that she was a nurse, and they asked her, can she help people? So she started like helping people doing CPR because she said she was a ICU nurse or something like that, intensive care unit nurse. And so they asked her, can she start helping people? So she started giving people, CPR, trying to bring people back to life. And she said she helped as much as she could. She just seeing some people that she was trying to revive them, and she said some people was their lips and stuff was turning blue. They wasn't waking up. She kept trying to do CPR, and she seeing so many like bodies just laying on the ground, faint. People was just fainting. It was so hot in there, like I can't even imagine. I'm getting anxiety just thinking about it, just looking at the crowd, how like they was so smothered in and smushed on top of each other like that. And then once they said Travis came out, that's when he started inciting the crowd, getting the crowd all rowdied up, and so many crazy obsessed fans kept rushing to the front like they actually gonna meet him or something like that. Like, what was that all about? Like, why y'all gotta push past and be so pressed to meet the celebrity? A celebrity is just like us, just like a regular human being, just more famous or probably more money. You know what I'm saying? But they're a regular human being. Why is you like pushing people, stepping on people to get to Travis? Like, he's nobody. He's just a rapper. He's not nobody of importance like that. That nobody is that important that you gotta kill people, step on people, push past people to get to that person. You feel what I'm saying? And it's not like, you really was going to meet him like that anyway. He was going to push you off the stage or ask you, who is you, or get off the stage or however. So what was that all about? And I just don't understand why Travis would sit right there inciting a riot. He just looked demonized. He just looks satanic. Like, he just looked like, he practiced witchcraft and he's in that Illuminati and he sacrifices fans, for more fame and fortune. That's what it seemed like. Yeah, he famous, and I looked up his net worth. They said he's worth 60 million, but it's like he must trying to get to the billionaire status or something. Because how dare you sit right there and sacrifice these people's life? You should have had more security detail, not just sit up there and hire people on the spot. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to make sure these security guards was trained. They supposed to have weapons and everything. You're not supposed to just hire anybody. It's like you didn't care. Your people didn't care, you didn't care. You sitting up there still rapping and singing and shit when people was sitting up there like fainting and falling out and dying on your watch, and you watching that shit. You seen the ambulance in the crowd. You talking about, I see an ambulance right there. I see a stretcher. Somebody that fell out, and you still kept performing when people was trying to get your attention on stage, and you kept telling them, get off the stage, and pushing them off the stage and telling them, get down, and who is you, and get off my set, and all this other shit, when you supposed to sit right there and stop that shit. You supposed to stop the concert. You supposed to tell all these rowdy ass people, your crazy ass obsessed fans, to stop. You know what I'm saying? You was supposed to not incite a riot, but you still kept inciting it anyway. I blame your ass for everything, and I don't care that you're paying for the kid's funeral. That's a good thing. I'm glad that you are paying for their funeral, but they family should not have to bury them. These kids is little kids, ranging from like 14 to 27, and there's also a little boy that's only like 9 years old, 8 or 9 years old, that's in a coma. That he might not wake up. God, please give a miracle and wake this little baby up. Like, he did not deserve for his life to be over. He did not deserve that at all. I'm so upset by this situation. I'm so upset. He gonna sit right there and igniting riots, inciting riots, and raging, wanting people to rage and shit like that. Just look at this shit. That he caused like these concert like mosh pits. Like, what is it, a pit from hell? Because that's what it looked like. I just see fire. I just see so many people. Like, I know they had to be hot. They had to be sweating and falling out. I know, like, if I was there, I probably wouldn't have made it my damn self, because I would have probably had an anxiety attack. I probably couldn't breathe with all them people. Like, I already feel claustrophobic just looking at this shit. And I'm claustrophobic anyway. Like, I can't be around large crowds like that. I can't be in like small spaces, No, I can't be in like a small space, like an elevator with a lot of people on it, or just in a big, large space with a lot of people in it, regardless of what. I just don't like being crowded in. I don't like being smushed in and smothered in, like I can't breathe, like I can't get out from somewhere. I will start falling out. I will faint. I will pass out, being in like a small space with so many people or a large crowd. You know what I'm saying? A large space with a large crowd, and it's so many people that you can't even get out. Like I get claustrophobic just thinking about things like that. You know what I'm saying? You smushed in, is no way in, no way out. Basically, you can't get out. So that's even in like a big space or a small space. If I can't get out somewhere, I'm gonna probably fall out because I'm gonna start getting hot. I'm gonna start having a panic attack, an anxiety attack. Like, it wouldn't be good. And I'm just sad to hear, like, just rest in peace to all the concert goers that lost their life in this tragedy, this crazy devil, demonic, satanic festival. That's what it is, and Travis need to, you know what I'm saying, not just pay for the funerals. They said that he's also paying for whoever that the concert goers that need mental health. After this, he's gonna pay for counseling for whoever that need it, or whoever's grieving, or whoever's just dealing with this traumatizing event, you know. That's a good thing and everything, but he need to suffer the consequence. You feel what I'm saying? He need to be punished for that. He need to sit out a lot of concerts for number one. They need to take him off a fortnight. They need to take him off any paid promotions that he's getting. He need to be taken off of that because he sat right there and incited this riot. He knew everything that was going to happen. He sat right there and sacrificed, you know what I'm saying, his fans to die just because he wanted more fame and more fortune. He must feel like 60 million is not a lot. He trying to get more money, so he sat right there and let these people down his watch. How dare y'all? You knew that you was going to have a large crowd like that. So why wouldn't you prepare for some shit like this? Why did you just hire anybody that showed the fuck up? Because that's what these security saying. The other guy, he came out and said him and his uncle got hired. They didn't even show their security license. They didn't even show a damn ID, identification. They just showed up and got the job right on the spot. Like, that's how you know you didn't care about your fans. Because if you did, you was going to hire good security detail with trained, you know what I'm saying, with weapons. You didn't even give these people no type of weapons. So you put, you know what I'm saying, your fans, concert goers in, imminent danger, and you also put the security detail in imminent danger. The ones that did not have no weapons to try to stop the crowd or anything. It's just crazy, So many people lost their life, in this fucked up event, man. It's just crazy. I just feel like, Travis, you need to suffer all consequences. Yeah, I wouldn't promote you to a concert. You wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? If I was a concert promoter, you would not be, at none of my concerts. Hell no. I wouldn't pay your ass shit because it's basically all you doing is inciting riots and rages and shit. You ain't there to actually, give your fans a good performance. You did to, do witchcraft and put people in harm's way. You didn't give a fuck about your fans, nor did you give a fuck about the security that you hired. You didn't care about nobody but yourself, long as you were safe. And they said that's how you always been. You not, your ex-manager that spoke out said you don't care about putting people in harm's way. Only people you care about is yourself. Long as you didn't get hurt. You seen people on the stretcher. I heard you on the video saying, hold on, what's going on? You never stopped the show though. You just was like, oh, I see the ambulance in the crowd. I see somebody on a stretcher. What's going on out there? But you still kept performing, still kept singing, still kept rapping, igniting riots and all that shit. You never stopped your show. And people kept trying to get you to stop, but you still kept going. So you need to suffer the consequence. Yeah, you need to get all the lawsuits. They done said so far, I think it's a $26 million lawsuit or whatever against you. All the family members of the loved ones that's deceased. Yeah, they need to go after you. Everybody that got hurt, everybody that was dead need to go after you. Shit, go after your girl too. Go after her fake billion that she supposed to have. Go after her cuz they say she worth a billion, but then they said Kylie Jenner, but then they said she lied about how much she worth. She worth millions, but she didn't really reach $1 billion status yet. But even if she did or she didn't, she got a lot of millions too. Go after both of their ass. You feel what I'm saying? Then she got a nerve to be trying to defend her baby father when he's wrong. You know what I'm saying? He said right there and hired anybody that will work. Talking about he paying them $17 an hour, but didn't sit right there and get him no type of weapons. Didn't make sure they was trained or anything. He didn't care. He just want to get more riches. He just want to get more famous and more riches, more money. That's all he wanted. I'm just sad in the head about the little boy. Please wake up from the coma, please. Like, they saying that there's no brain activity for him. And it's just like, damn, he shouldn't even never been there. You know, none of these small kids, young kids should have been there. And if they was there, they should have been protected. It ain't no motherfucking way in hell they should have been smushed, smothered in like that. They all on top of each other. People say they couldn't even move. All the people that spoke out said they couldn't even move their heads, their arms, their legs. They just felt like so much weight was on them. And I seen a video where they was just on top of each other. Like they was just so close on each other. It's just crazy because the concert promoters, the Ticketmaster, whoever, like Live Nation, the concert promoter, they should have stopped it. When it got over capacity, they should have stopped people from coming in. They should have like stopped tickets, period. You know what I'm saying? Like they said that I don't know how many people this venue carries. Say like if the venue carries about 10,000 people, it should have stopped at 10,000 people. You know, they literally said it was over 50,000 people there. So they knew damn well that this venue could not hold that much weight, but they still was just pressed for money. So they still was just taking people money. They knew that they was over capacity. And so that's how you know they don't care nothing about people. They don't care about people's lives. They just care about getting money. You know, Live Nation should have like stopped it. You know what I'm saying? They should have, if the venue only carried a certain amount of people, they should have stopped it at that. Why be so pressed? They still keep taking people money. Then shit like this would have never fucking happened. And then you got this demonized demon, Travis Scott, you know what I'm saying, sitting right there and igniting riots instead of him like saying, nah, you know what I'm saying, don't be pushing on people. Don't be, you know what I'm saying. He's sitting up there singing songs to get the crowd all rowdied up. He supposed to let his crazy obsessed fans know, don't push to get to the front. You know, let's just enjoy ourselves. Maybe they would have listened to him because they look at him like he's their God. So maybe if he would have spoke out and said, nah, we just gonna have a good time. No rushing to the front. No, none of that. Just, you know, let's just dance and have a good time. Like if he would have like even said something, he just kept performing, getting the crowd all hyped up instead of just keeping the crowd like mellow. Yeah, I blame his ass. It is his fucking fault. You know what I'm saying? Why ignite a riot? When you seen people pushing to the front, you supposed to say, oh no, I'm stopping this motherfucker right now. If y'all don't stop pushing, if y'all don't stop, you know what I'm saying, getting all rowdied up, I'm stopping this shit right the fuck now. And then when people was on stage telling them to stop, people dying, people dead bodies is on the floor, he supposed to stopped it, not kept going. He still kept going like he ain't hear none of this shit that was going on. You know why? Because he already knew what the fuck was going to happen. He already knew. It was a sacrifice so he can get more famous and get more richer. He knew what the fuck was going to go down before it went down. And that's sad, you know what I'm saying? 8 people had to lose their life behind it. They said 300 people went to the hospital. And this little 9-year-old boy in a coma. Hope and pray that he survived this. Hope and pray it's just a miracle and he wake up from this. That's all I want to say, guys. Just rest in peace to everyone that has lost their life in this crazy hell, devil, satanic stampede concert. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be sued. All the people, all the rappers that was there, because they should have had they should have had security detail. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like just Travis should take the bait or take the rap. Yeah, he should take, you know what I'm saying, majority of all the rap, because yeah, they said when he got there, that's when the crowd definitely got hype and he started igniting riots and shit like that. But I feel like they should go after some of the other rappers as well. Drake, Lil Baby, all the other rappers as well. You know what I'm saying? They was dead. They should have made sure, you know what I'm saying, the security detail was in check. They should have made sure that all the security had weapons, that they was trained for this type of event. They should have made sure they had more police officers there, more security there. I know all the police officers couldn't be there because they gotta, patrol like the neighborhoods and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Because things are still happening in the world. So all the police couldn't have been there, but at least they should have had a lot of SBOs there, trained security with guns. That's just how I feel with weapons. Mace, guns. The security that spoke out said they didn't give them nothing but a vest. They ain't even had no motherfucking mace. They ain't have a taser, no nothing. They should have had all of that. And maybe this wouldn't have never happened. Instead of them just hiring people off the streets, not asking for no background check or nothing, just putting people to work. Of course the security gonna work. They want that $17 an hour. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Travis, he's supposed to take all of the blame. But it's other people that supposed to get blamed too, like the rest of the rappers that was there. Because they should have had their security detail there to control that large-ass crowd. And Live Nation, Ticketmaster, whoever the concert promoter was, should have stopped accepting tickets. Should have stopped, you know what I'm saying? Stop giving away tickets and said, no, it's shut down. Like, it's going to be over capacity, so we shutting the, we not accepting no more tickets. It's sold out. No more tickets is sold out, but they couldn't do that because they so pressed for money, so they still kept accepting these people money anyway. I just want to say once again, rest in peace to all the victims in this crazy tragedy. And also, I'm just saddened to hear about that to all the people that got hurt or all the people that was there that is traumatized by this. I'm praying for all the concert goers that was there and that's traumatized by this crazy tragedy, this crazy event. Please, guys, like, share, and subscribe to my video. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, guys.